This is the Lightsphere Universal, and it comes with a rubber gasket. It's not really rubber, it's what we call archival something. Rubber band would fall apart. The dome here, which is the cap, and I'll talk about that later. The actual Lightsphere Universal itself, and the strap. So to mount this, the first thing that you do is you take this and put it over the very top of your camera, like that. And what this does is this gives you a gripping surface so that you don't have hard plastic gripping into hard plastic. So just put this on top like that. And then for your flash units, I recommend turning the flash barrel sideways like this so that you can shoot your verticals or horizontals without having to twist, turn, twist, and then go up. So by simply, like on Canon or Nikon, turning the button backwards toward you, you can just go vertical or horizontal. On the Sony, the new Sony, doesn't turn sideways, so you just basically mount it straight like that, and then you can go vertical or horizontal, or whichever way you want to do it. Then you need to put the strap on, and the strap goes on like this. Furry side outwards, and then you take my name, and you put it in the strap just like this, loop it around both belts, and then once right into the belt itself, like that. And then maybe just touch it right there. So what you'll do, and this is the neat thing about this, is that it becomes a mount that's impossible to fall off once it's mounted. So basically put it on like that, and then this strap will go over the rubber part, give it just a little tug, like that, and it's so strong that it'll hold the entire camera up. And that's basically Lightsphere Universal. So that's how to mount it, and in shooting, again, you'll be able to shoot vertical or horizontal without the use of a flash bracket. Now the last part is the dome, and what the dome is for, you basically shoot most of the time with the dome off, but to put it on in low ceilings or in shooting outdoors, and you want to just a straight shoot-through diffuser, use it like this. The dome is also handy for doing custom white balance. Simply put this over your lens, take your reference photo, and then that will give you your custom white balance setting. On some of the flash units, you can go ahead and leave a little gap here. I'll just basically show you that it doesn't affect the light output at all. Some people have been asking, well, there's a little hole there, so should I bring it all the way down flush? The reason why you want to leave a little bit of a space and mount it just a little bit higher is that when you go to vertical, on some of these flashes, the tab will actually interfere with the vertical and not let the flash go straight up all the way. So it's kind of not a bad idea to leave it toward the edge, and that actually gives you a little bit more height, because the idea behind the Lightsphere Universal is to take the source of the light and take it way away from the lens up high. This fits all flashes that are hot shoe mounted flashes, except for the Quantum Q flash, but everything up to down from the Nikon SB600 up to the Nikon SB900, the Canon 430EX, all the way up to the Canon 580EX2, and pretty much all the other flash units, like for the Sony as well, because it's a universal mount and it has these flexible tabs, and by the time you put the belt on with the rubber gasket, it'll hold on to any flash. And that's the key benefit of this, is it's such a strong mount. So we can have a large diffuser, and you'll know that it's secure without having any worries about it falling off during use. This is the AmberDome, and the AmberDome basically just fits on, snaps on just like that, and that's used for shooting lower speed exposures in ambient light to get the color to match a little bit better. That one you just simply pop on. What's also neat is when you're shooting sunsets outdoors, you can have a really warm background light and use this as your fill, and you'll have a nice mix of front and rear color. This one is the ChromeDome, and the ChromeDome is used just like this. Have the flash, the light sphere straight up, and what this does is has a kicker panel in the rear, and you'll notice that it has a hole so that when it's put on just like this, the light will go straight through all the way up to the ceiling, but it'll also light the bottom of the dome quite a bit. So if you can see what happens here, and then when I put it down, you'll see that it gives you a lot more light directed down into the bowl. So this is used, and you just simply snap this on. This is used when you're shooting, say for example, large group photos, or something like that where you don't really want the light to be spherical all the way around the room, it will send more of the ratio down into the bowl, and because of the kicker panel, it'll shoot it straight forward. So remember when you put this on that you put the kicker panel in the rear. Okay, that's the way to do it. You don't want to put it in the front or else you'll be lit and your subject will have a nice shadow. So just go ahead and put it in the back like that, snap it on, you'll see the open top, and it'll look just like this when you shoot.